guys, thank you for joining me for another video devotion. Today we will be looking at Exodus chapter 14, verse 10. I'll be reading out of the New Living Translation. This is really just a short verse here, but the significance of it is pretty impacting, pretty powerful. Let me just give you the context before we look at the verse here. This is Israel we're talking about. They have just been delivered from the bondage in Egypt. They have been there for over 400 and some years. And the 10 plagues have already happened. The people leave Israel, and they find themselves in a cul-de-sac type of situation, a situation where there doesn't seem to be a way out. They are facing the Red Sea. They can go no further. And behind them, Pharaoh is coming with his army to pretty much take them back into slavery and bondage again. The nation of Israel, which is free, is a picture of God's people who have been delivered from the bondage of sin. And Pharaoh in Egypt is a picture of the world, of sin, and our enslavement in that sin before Christ. But God's people will find themselves, as they are following Him, as they are doing God's will and obeying His word, they will find themselves in situations like this, where we seem to look around and think to ourselves and say, Lord, why have you brought us here? What did you bring us here just to find ruin, to be defeated? And the answer is always no. God always has a purpose for us. He wants to show us his strength. He wants to continue to be our deliverer in every situation that we face, especially these types of cul-de-sac type situations. Well, let me read the verse here. Exodus 14:10 says, as Pharaoh approached, the people of Israel looked up and panicked when they saw the Egyptians overtaking them. They cried out to the Lord. And it's that last part that I want to emphasize here, what they did. They cried out to the Lord. And that is really the only thing they could do, is cry out to God. God is the one that had delivered them from Pharaoh to begin with. And God was the one that was going to deliver them from Pharaoh here as well. But how was he going to do it? Well, if you're familiar with the story here, the Lord parts the Red Sea. And of course, he uses Moses to part the Red Sea. But the people had to trust in God. The people had to call God for God's help. And that is what we need to remember. God is going to make a way where there seems to be no way in our lives. And our response should be to look up and to cry out, right? To look up and to cry up, to pray. Prayer is our number one weapon or resource when in trouble. We need to call the Lord for help, for assistance, right? We need that aerial support from our Father, and He is able to deliver us. So I pray that you continue to pull through, to push through, and to keep your eyes on Jesus, to look up and to cry out to the Lord. And He is faithful to deliver His children from danger. He's always just trying to teach us something bigger, something greater through these things.